Hello everyone, welcome back to Base Damage. Hope you're all doing well. It's been a little bit since I've done a little update to the storefront, and also apologize for the shadows and stuff. I got a better light behind me this time, so hopefully it's not like, going straight down and like causing glare issues. Probably will still cause some glare issues, but we're going to adjust and hopefully it's better lighting. We're trying for that for this one. But I wanted to wait a little bit until we got a bunch of inventory in. However, some stuff I'm going to show today that is on a lot of stuff is on the TCGPlayer store, but I'm also going to show, kind of brag and show some stuff that is not on the TCGPlayer store because reasons. I got some really cool things at Duluth, as well as just some other card game things that I wanted to kind of show off and kind of point out that is going to be on the store going forward. So, no further dilly-dallying, let's get a look at an update on the storefront. So I am going to go ahead and show off a couple things that is still on the store, just in case you're wondering if we still have them or not. But we do have, and I honestly should try to make more posts about these. A couple SPs that we do have that are, see, just kind of a good test here. So we still have this Yayoi from Ayakashi Triangle. We still have the Juna from the first Review Starlight set. I'm not going to wait on these too terribly long. Still got the Toph from Avatar. Really cool. So what I'm saying, like, if I do flat like this, it kind of shows a little bit better, even though this is like darker background. But like that looks really nice. So then we have obviously the Shauna promo from the BCS promo things. So really neat there. We still have these, still are holding on to them, but obviously if you want them, all of these are going to be on the TCGPlayer store, so feel free to take a look at that. So let's move on. So just a quick little thing. There are a couple things that I have that I'm not certain what to do. For example, this is an SP. It's clearly a signed. You can see a signature from, okay, sorry, as I said, there's still some glare issues. Clearly there's an SP, there's a signature right there. It's from Idolmaster, but I don't know if it'll come up on the thing. It's kind of hard to see there. It's not going to focus. It says PR. It's a promo, like a box topper promo or something. My locals just happen to have this in the shop promo box. And I was like, hey, is this for sale? And they're like, yeah, sure. And I ended up buying it off of them for like really cheap. But this is just an interesting little thing. This is one of the things. It's not on the storefront, but if you're interested, hit me up. I don't know what to do with it exactly. It's just one of those things because it is a PR. It's kind of funky. We got a new one recently, courtesy of Space Cowboy. Sent me this one. This is Nanami Hiromachi from Bang Dream. This is from the anniversary. It says it's from the anniversary set. This is just really kind of neat, really cute. The little signatures, kind of adorable. Really cute there. Thank you very much, Space Cowboy, for hitting me up with this one. I do greatly appreciate it. Two other neat ones as I'm filtering through here. Two other neat ones we got at Duluth. This is courtesy of wonderful Discord member Audrey, aka Palmer's Trainer. Hit me up for someone else they knew were selling some SPs and whatnot, and was like, hey, I know that you are picking these up and whatnot. These are some Blue Archive SPs. We have an Asagi Mutsuki New Year. And I've not seen one of these like SPs that's just kind of everywhere before like this. This is really cool. Like, you have the signature, but you also have, once again, this is one of those instances where I wish I could read the moon runes. This and the other one both have like this little message thing up here, like a quote or something from the character. I think that's really cool. Let's put it right there. And then we have Saiba Momoi. Really cute SP right there. The Blue Archive art, the art from Blue Archive, they hit it out of the park. And once again, you got the signature like all over here. Like I said, sorry that this is kind of tough coming up here. I said I'm really trying to adjust with some of these, with some of the glare issues here. And then you still have like the little message thing written out right there. Really cute. But all three of these, the ones in the, typically the ones that I put in the top loaders that have the green around are typically on the TCGPlayer store. I have one, I'm literally about to show one that isn't the case for that. But let's say this one isn't up there. I just don't know what to do with it. I may just hold on to it. Don't know. But I typically try to do that for when we go to events. If I step away from the vendor table or something and Joe is there, I go, hey, these are color coded so you know which SPs to sell type thing. So next up is a Yui SP from the re-edit set. I believe it's from the re-edit. It's Adventure with Everyone, where I believe is where they did all the SPs. All the Adventure with Everyone's was from the re-edit set. This looks really, really cute. And if I do it like that, the glare isn't as bad. If I'm holding it up like that, it's nowhere near. It starts to do it. But if I do flat like this, you can tell pretty nicely, and it's really cute. So this one I got from really good friend that I've known ever since we started the channel. Like basically before we started the channel. Easily have known him like 10 years or so. He said, hey man, I want to get out of Weiss. I'm sorry. I just want to get out of it. I'm like, dude, that's fine. Like whatever you want to do. So dude, other than like a handful of like SAO cards, sold me him and his wife's like entire collection. And that's also going to be coming up in a little bit here, because I got a lot of stuff from them. Like when I say a collection, I mean, oh boy, we have a lot of stuff. And a lot of those I've already shown pictures for on the Base Damage Discord and a little shop channel that I have. So make certain you join the Discord and check over there if you want to see some really cool stuff. But this Yui was one of the things that I picked up from him. There was a Hanji SP from Attack on Titan, but that sold the other week before I was able to record this. So I was like, oh, well, can't do that now. Sorry. The other neat one, and this, I honestly need to reverse this because this is on the TCGPlayer store. This next one isn't, for a very, very interesting reason. So Yui, also, I didn't know if you noticed, Acheron, really cool there. I know Phantom Star, I know he'll appreciate that. This was hard to get, but it's also slightly disappointing. This is 1/2 of blank Shiro from No Game, No Life. This is it's essentially a vanilla. I say vanilla, but it does have like a little bit of an effect. If your stock is 2 or less against 15, it's like a vanilla 4K basically. It's from the trial deck. Here's the thing. I have not posted this on TCGPlayer for a specific reason, and that is I would have to post it as damaged if I did. Now, I don't know if the camera's going to pick this up, but we're going to take it out. Oh. Well, that's concerning. The little thing was already broken like that. Interesting. Okay, Shiro, you're getting looks like Shiro's going to be getting a new top loader anyway, so whatever. But this is damaged. And I know it looks like you probably can't tell right off the bat like where it is. So I'm going to move it up to the camera. If you can see right here, right? Like basically kind of going between the two zeros, there's a bend. This was not from the collection that I got from Old Boy, but this Moroku picked up from a different source. And we knew that it had quote-unquote damage. We just didn't know the extent of the damage, so we got it for a really good deal. But this, like, I would straight up have to post it on TCGPlayer as damaged. And I probably could show pictures of this and it would probably still sell, right? I'm just hesitant to do so. I'd rather, like, post it in the Discord like I did. And I would rather go ahead and show y'all as well in case you're interested in that. Like I said, I think I can show it on the back. On the back, it doesn't. You can kind of see where where the crease is. It's kind of a twofold crease thing. So, and don't feel bad. I do have another top loader right here. But that is the thing. So that's the only downside to this particular SP is the fact of there is like a little bit of a crease to it. But I cannot in good conscience post this on the website as anything other than damaged because of that. So that does suck. But if you're interested, because it's not posted on the TCGPlayer store, hit me up and we can, if you want to, feel free to join the Discord. Feel free to hit me up in there. DMs are always open by all means. We'll see if anybody's interested in that. It's really, really cool card. All right, so before we continue, I do have a couple other ones that we have had on the storefront for a minute, but I figured I'd go ahead and show them off. We did have some SPs sell at one of our bigger events. The same event that Homeboy came up to me and was like, hey, I want to get rid of my collection. So we have a couple more Hololive ones to show off real quick. Still have the Korone from the trial deck, the SSP Watame from Volume 2, and the Hachima Level 3 from the trial deck as well. So we've still been sitting on these for a minute. So once again, if you're interested, by all means, this is the birthday Korone. It looks so cute. I know it's like kind of hard to see the SP up there. It's a little doggo. It's so cute. It's adorable. I love it. The SSPs also are gorgeous. The SSP Anya that I had, that did sell. One of the guys in the Discord actually picked that up from me as well. Really cool. Also a swimsuit. Nothing wrong with that. Moving on to, okay, this is where I'm going to show off a couple things. we have a couple things really quickly before we get further into, I'm going to set those over there. So when I went to, one of the events, there was a guy who came up selling V-card stuff. And this is just me kind of showing off. I was able to get a Tricky 10. I thought this was so cool. This is just me bragging and showing off. I think that's cool. So I was like, hey, I want this. Thank you very much. Dude, cut me a deal. So really cool there. One of the few times I'm very glad for the backpack vendors. Other times I'm like, hey, I'm not buying your graded cards. He's like, oh, sir, I don't have graded cards. I have V cards. I'm like, oh, no, this is not good. The next thing, we have Uma. At Duluth, I picked up 4 different Uma SPs that were just really cheap. These are not like super expensive, and this is just me showing off. So we have, oh my goodness, I forgot your name. I know this is Narita Bryan. I was about to say Taishin. I'm like, wrong thing. Narita Bryan. If I'm not mistaken, this is Bamboo Memory. I'm trying to remember who this one is, and I can't remember who she is off the top of my head, and I'm very sorry. Also, these are JP. And lastly, Seeking the Pearl. I thought this was so cool. But all of these SPs were like really cheap, so I'm like, to heck with it, I'm going to pick them up. It's just really cool. So, just something I wanted to kind of brag about and show real quick. Also, the Tricky Wii, like, yes. Alrighty, so moving on. These are going to be kind of a showcase. I don't know if I'm going to get rid of these just yet. There are Pokemon sleeves in the back. But obviously, you know that I'm wanting to get into the Hololive TCG. And on the TCGPlayer store, I do have some Hololive TCG cards now. I will show a couple of those in a little bit here. I had to pull them out of the binder. But I did get some interesting little pulls. Like we have the Pekora Oshi and the Kobo Oshi. They're not like super expensive, so I'm just kind of showing these just to show that like I have pulled some boxes and stuff like that. Here we go. So a Pekora S. It's like the shiny version of her first bloom. I do have her debut as well. So S copy is just one. S copy of the debut. I had a SR of the Crony second bloom, but that's sold literally this morning before I could record this. So it's like, okay, well, can't help that. Got another S in here. So got a Kobo first bloom, really cool. And there's a Kanata here. There's a Kanata first bloom as well, is also an S as well. I haven't posted every single thing that I've pulled in that regard, but in the future, I will be posting more Hololive TCG stuff. This is just kind of a teaser for that in the future. So keep an eye out on the TCGPlayer store for a lot of those. All right, so moving on to other singles that I've picked up, either from various people, collections, and whatnot. So we got a good couple ones here. So first one is courtesy of Joker in the Base Damage Discord. We got a big one here. Yes, you are reading this correctly. It is the Bridget New Purpose promo, the 8-hit wonder promo. Yeah, we picked this shit up, boys. This is so cool. This is I actually really like this, but it is absolutely on the TCG Player store 100%. I'm not holding on to this, but Joker was like, "Hey, can I do a deal with you?" And he ended up picking up some Hololive TCG stuff off of me. So we did a really cool deal for that. So we have Bridget, 8-hit wonder Bridget by all means. Recently, I also pulled some Ruby premium booster stuff, and got the Nora Ricky. Really cool there. So, will break his legs. Also from Space Cowboy, got 3 copies of Star Kasumi, the level 3. For some reason, it was 3 copies, but I'm like, hey, he was wanting to get rid of them. I'm like, hell yeah, brother. So, we got 3 copies of that recent. That is really cool. From the collection, with as you saw with the SAO stuff and everything, we got one singular copy of Determination with Life on the Line Kirito. This is a level 1. This is a triple rare of his of that level 1. That level 1 back in the day easily hit like $20 something. I think the triple rare is like 30. I can't remember off the top of my head. I don't remember what the posting is, but we got 1 copy of this. Thought it was really neat. So next, in the collection, this is going to be telling of more stuff coming up in that collection. I have so much stuff to show from Homeboy's collection. There was a lot of Persona 5. There was a lot of SAO. There was a lot of Konosuba. A lot of Persona 5. And a lot of Gurren Lagann. I'm very torn and on the fence about the Gurren Lagann stuff. But this is a Makoto Nijima. It is the SR level 1. Really cool there. Then... Also, this random, I was like, wait, I didn't state. Random Angel Beats triple rare as well in Old Boys collection. Sub Leader Hisako level 2. It's a triple rare from Angel Beats. Like this thing's old as mess. I mean, it's well over 10 years old. I don't remember exactly all that stuff. So, well, Angel Beats has been out for a hot minute. But all right, so a lot of those. I'm gonna leave the Bridget sitting there for a moment here. All right, so I figure. Be a good time to go through the rest of Old Boy's collection. When I say a lot of Persona 3, I mean a lot of Persona 3. The level 3 protagonist as Joker and Arsene. Yeah, let that sink in. We got a copy of the level 3 Yusuke as Fox and Goemon level 3. But apparently the level 1 of this from the trial deck is like I got a decent little price tag up there. I'm putting that one back in for the time being. Let's see what else. I had the level 3 Panther, and that one sold already. There we go. Okay, we got the level 3 Ryuji as well. Another double rare, just really neat. Okay, so this one's not that crazy, but it's also kind of cool. It's the SR of the level 3 Joker from the trial deck, so neat little thing there. There's like 2 copies of the level 1 on in here. 2 copies of the protagonist Brainstormer. This dropped down a lot, but this used to be way more in price. It just used to be like super freaking expensive. The one that surprised me the most, I don't know what people are on with the freaking trial deck stuff. There's 2 copies of this Shiho in this one particular penny sleeve. This bitch is like $50. For some reason, I did not know this when I was calculating up Old Boy's collection, and I was like, okay, I see, all these level 3s, I see all this SPs and stuff. I didn't see this. I didn't know this was like expensive, and I'm like, what the heck? There's like, I think I'm the only listing. As of the recording of this, I think I'm the only listing of this thing, and I'm like, what the balls? Okay, so kind of crazy there. But 2 copies of this. For some reason, the trial deck stuff goes really hard. You know what? We're going to leave her up there. We're going to leave her. A couple copies of the level 2 Joker. Let's see. A bunch of the Futaba level 0s. Oh, yeah. So got several copies of the different climaxes, especially ones like the show's over. This thing's like $10 a pop for some reason. I still have more copies of this. So, that looks to be it before we move on to the Gurren Lagann stuff. So, we're going to set all these to the side, but I'm still going to leave Bridget out. I got to show this thing off. This is so cool. Because you can only get this through like a special campaign thing. All right. So, let's do some cool stuff. So, We have the, is it just one? It's just one copy of the Simon Brainstormer. I remember, this thing's way down compared to what it used to be. I remember selling a copy of this for like $80, like at a one Animazement event in Raleigh like years ago. And at the time it was like $100. I cut the dude a deal because he was buying a whole bunch of other stuff as well. But I was like, damn, that's crazy. Change it up a little bit. We got 2 copies. It's 2 in the same sleeve of the level 3 early play Yoko. She is really fabulous. Oh yeah, this is a big one. This is a big one. It's not a play set, but it's 1, 2, 3 copies of the double boomerang spiral level 1 combo. If I could get one more, this would be very, very appealing, I realize. But if you're missing just a couple copies, there you go. 3 copies of that, which is wild to me. Some other stuff that's a little bit pricey. We do have 2 copies of the level 1 here, the level 1 Gurren Lagann. 2 copies of Super Galaxy Gurren Lagann. This isn't as pricey as the level 1, but it's still part of the Sunder combo. And speaking of the Sunder combo, one copy of the level 3 Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann. Roll credits. Yeah, he just happened to have one singular copy of this thing. It's still like $30 or something. I'm just like, what the fuck? Yes. So this is one of the big ones. I think that's just so freaking cool. But yeah, just so much good Gurren Lagann stuff. There's more in here. There's the Super Galaxy Dai-Gurren. There's the I got more copies of like the Yoko Runner. There's 2 in here. 2 in here by itself. Got another neat little promo. I don't remember if this was I don't remember this being a shop promo. But it's a promo of some kind. I mean, it says PR, so I just don't know if maybe it was like a box topper or something. But I opened boxes. I looked through the shop promo stuff. I don't remember ever getting this. So I don't know where the fuck they got this, but whatever. If you know, down in the comments, please let me know. I appreciate it. How many is in here? It's just 1 copy of Buta in there. So, cute little thing. And I think that's going to be it. We have a bigger... I do have, like, more stuff in the collection that needs to be gone through. But for the most part, these are all the big hits. I still have multiple binders of, like, the Konosuba stuff, which I still have a lot of Konosuba posted on the TCGPlayer store already. I was trying to find this specific level 0, the Shameful Abuse one. I got 2 copies there. I have a playset of this thing. I got 2 more copies actually in a deck, but if someone reaches out to me and is like, yo, I need the entire playset, like, I'll get rid of it. I'll take it out the deck. It's like, whatever. A couple other Ruby premium booster cards. A couple cool ones. I don't care to run the shinies. That's just me. I'm weird, but y'all knew this. Y'all tuned into the channel. Think of what else. There was the Ramlethal Familiar. Lucifero, got that. That was also from Space Cowboy. So, I think it's going to be about it. So, I think we're going to end on a couple things here. Thank y'all very much for watching. I do greatly appreciate it. Like I said, we have a whole bunch of interesting little things now, little extras here and there that I would love to see go to a really, really good home. Like I said, between all sorts of new SPs that we got, even old ones that haven't sold just yet, like, there's a whole bunch of really cool things. I figure maybe show these. Very interesting combinations here of Yui and mech the size of a literal universe, you know, like tosses universes as shurikens, you know, like what the heck. And like I said, the Bridget's like a really big one. I figured this was a big addition to the store. I thought that was just such a cool card. So, and once again, thank you to everybody who has hit me up. Was it Audrey, Joker, Cowboy, my buddy, his name's Nate. He was the one that hit me up for like the SAO stuff, the Gurren Lagann stuff and everything. He was just like, hey, I just want to get out, but I'm like, hey, I will accept it. And if nobody ever buys the Gurren Lagann stuff, that's fine. I am willing to hold on to it. But it is on the TCGPlayer store because the prices, I just kind of have to. It's whatever. So, but yeah, like I said, if please never feel like hesitant. If you see something like the Bridget, if you see something like the Shiro, and you're like, yo, I want this but I'm too scared to DM Cade. Please do not. Please never feel afraid to approach me. I am very willing to work with deals and whatnot. Also willing to ship stuff to like international. So if you see this stuff, because I know there's a lot of the UK people and whatnot that have tried to get their hands on like Nikkei cards and whatnot that are extremely egregiously priced over there, but they're much more affordable over here. So if you see stuff, I'm willing to ship international as long as you help with paying shipping, obviously. So that's no issue. So I just wanted to point that out real quick. But feel free to, anytime you want to, feel free to DM me. It's all good. And I do thank y'all very much for watching. Y'all stay safe and stay based.